greatness. These bitches are chasing me.
Ronda Rousey finally breaks her silence, and the warning is loud and clear. She looked straight at Dakota Jacheva and said, "I'm greatness, and while I'm chasing greatness, you're chasing me." A statement that just turned confidence into intimidation and sparked a storm across the fight world.
Back, it's kind of like a wax on, wax off kind of situation. You know, you don't really break it, you just kind of dislocate it, and it's like, you know, it's not that bad.
Ronda Rousey, the first female UFC champion, the first woman inducted into the UFC's Hall of Fame, the woman who made the world stop and pay attention to female combat sports. She has been quiet, she has been watching, but tonight, she is watching no more. In a statement that sent the MMA community into an absolute frenzy, Rousey broke her silence, and she had a very specific message for the unbeaten Mancunian destroyer, Dakota Jacheva, and it came with a warning.
I have so much appreciation, and I'm sorry it didn't always show, and to have your support, you know, continue throughout the hard times and be back now throughout, I think, the beginning of the good times.
The statement dropped with no warning, no press release, no media tour, just Ronda Rousey, raw, direct, and unmistakable. Here is what she said, word for word. "I see you, Dakota. I've been watching every single fight, every knockout, every celebration, every Manchester City goal celebration you throw in the cage. And let me tell you something. You are good. You are very good. But good is not what I am. I am great. I am the woman who built the house that every female fighter lives in right now. And right now, you are chasing me. You are chasing my legacy. You are chasing my name. And no matter how many belts you win, no matter how many people you finish, you will always be chasing me. Because I am great. And greatness does not chase. Greatness waits. And I have been waiting." Ronda Rousey, breaking her public silence on Dakota Jacheva. Explosive words from the 37-year-old combat sports icon. She went further, addressing the MEMA community, addressing the comparisons that have flooded social media since Jacheva won the full championship and became the youngest champion in PFL history and the first British female MEMA world champion. People keep saying she's the next me. She is not the next me. There is no one next me. I am the only me. Dakota Jacheva is great, but she has not been tested the way I was tested. She has not walked into a UFC octagon and changed the world. She has not been the reason a billion-dollar company opened its doors to women. I did that alone. So when people say she is chasing greatness, I want to be very clear about what that means. She is chasing me, and I am still here. Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey is one of the most influential female fighters in combat sports history. She became the first woman signed by Ultimate Fighting Championship and quickly changed the sport with her explosive fighting style and unmatched confidence. Known for her elite judo background, Rousey won an Olympic bronze medal before dominating MMA with fast submissions and intense aggression. She became the UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion and helped bring women's fights into the global spotlight. Beyond MMA, Rousey also built a successful career in professional wrestling with WWE, where she captured championship titles and expanded her global fame. Her fearless personality, mental toughness, and competitive mindset continue to inspire fighters worldwide, making her a true icon of modern combat sports. For those who need a reminder of exactly why the MMA world is talking about the young woman from Sale, Greater Manchester, let us give you the facts. Born July 25, 1998, Dakota Dacheva grew up in a family immersed in martial arts. Her mother, Lisa Howarth, is a multiple-time world kickboxing champion. Her father is Bulgarian-born Ivo Dachev. Combat sports was never a hobby for Dakota. It was a birthright. She was a three-time Muay Thai world champion in junior divisions, before she was even legally allowed to drink. She won gold at the 2016 IFMA World Championships, representing Great Britain. And when she transitioned to MMA, she did not tiptoe in. She kicked the door down. Dakota Dacheva is one of the fastest rising stars in women's mixed martial arts, known for her explosive striking, speed, and fearless confidence inside the cage. Coming from a strong Muay Thai background, Dacheva built her reputation with aggressive performances and highlight reel knockouts that quickly caught global attention.
Plum and a right hand. Oh, another one. Big one. Dakota Dacheva, right hand and a hand face. Another knockout for Dakota Dacheva.
She gained major recognition competing in the Professional Fighters League, where her athleticism and finishing ability separated her from other rising prospects. Fans and analysts often praise her sharp technique, composure under pressure, and championship mentality at such a young age. Dakota carries herself with the mindset of a future world champion, constantly proving she belongs among elite fighters. With every victory, she continues building her legacy and becoming one of the most talked about names in modern women's combat sports. 15 professional fights, 15 wins, 12 knockouts, not a single loss, not a single decision defeat. She won the 2023 PFL Europe Women's Flyweight title. Then in November 2024, in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, she walked into the PFL Global Championship and stopped Tayla Santos, a former UFC title challenger, with body punches in the second round to claim a $1 million prize and become the first British female MMA world champion. Named Female Fighter of the Year by ESPN, MMA Junkie, Combat Press, MMA Fighting, and multiple other outlets for 2024. And currently, she is ranked number 1 in the PFL Women's Flyweight rankings as of January 2026. The comparisons to Rousey were inevitable. It seems Rousey herself has now noticed. Rousey's statement did not sit unanswered for long. Within hours, Dakota Dacheva took to X, formerly Twitter, and posted a response that was calm, confident, and sharp. Here it is. Dakota Dacheva. Ronda, with all respect, I know who you are. I grew up watching you change this sport, but I'm not chasing you. I'm not chasing your name. I'm not chasing your legacy. I'm chasing mine. And when mine is done, people won't compare the next one to you. They'll compare her to me. The belt is here. The record is 15-0. Come find me. There it is. Calm, measured, but absolutely crystal clear. Dacheva is not intimidated. She is not starstruck. She is not moving from her position. The unbeaten champion from Manchester is building her own empire, and she wants the world to know it. So let's break this down. What are we really looking at here? On one hand, you have Ronda Rousey, a woman who, regardless of how her fighting career ended, built the entire foundation of women's MMA. She is a legitimate legend. She broke barriers that did not exist before she arrived. Her statement is bold, it is brash, and it is classic Rousey. She has always believed that the name Ronda Rousey means more than any belt, any promotion, any title. On the other hand, you have Dakota Dacheva, unbeaten, unbroken, unbothered. A 26-year-old who has never lost a professional fight, who finished a former UFC title challenger, who is dominating the PFL in a way nobody has seen before. And her reply was not defensive. It was not angry. It was simply future. The MMA community is divided tonight. Some say Rousey is right. Her legacy is untouchable. Others say Dacheva is already the most exciting female fighter on the planet and needs no comparison to anyone. One thing is certain. This conversation is far from over. 2 generations, 2 champions, 1 moment. Ronda Rousey says she is greatness, and Dakota Dacheva is chasing her. Dacheva says she is building her own legacy, and no one needs to chase anyone. The fans, the fighters, and the entire sport of MMA will be watching very closely to see how this story unfolds.
Dana White, I'm 7-0, I'm undefeated, so please call me, I'm ready to UFC, so call me please.
Dana White has been left stunned after seeing Regina Taryn's record and has made a shocking statement, saying Regina Taryn is dangerous for Dakota Ditcheva. But that's not even the biggest bombshell. Regina Taryn has fired back with a massive statement directly to Dana White, declaring, "My record is 7-0 and I'm undefeated, so please give me a chance to fight in the UFC." Alright, let's start with the woman at the center of this storm, Regina Taryn Malpica Rivera. Born on October 19, 2004, in Mexico City, this 21-year-old phenom is making serious waves in women's MMA. And when I say serious, I mean the kind of waves that get Dana White's attention. Regina currently holds a perfect 7-0 record, and here's what makes her so dangerous. She's not just winning, she's finishing fights. Let me break down her resume for you.
Toda esa presión pesa, ¿no?
Sí, claro.
Todo ese-
Buena mano, conecta.
Oh.
Cuando destacábamos la trayectoria, cuando destacábamos aquí, es impresionante la derecha que termina comiéndose la nicaragüense y lo de Regina que llega a 7 victorias en las artes marciales mixtas a nivel profesional.
In Budo Sento Championship, she debuted in December 2023 with a first-round submission victory over Citlali Alcantar at BSC Volair 19, immediately showing her ground game was legit. Followed that up with a unanimous decision win against Andrea Garcia in April 2024 at BSC Volume 21, proving she could go the distance, then captured the inaugural BSC Women's Bantamweight Championship with a 4th-round TKO over Luisa Fernanda Cifuentes in September 2024. A massive moment in her career.
Regina Tarin out of Mexico, only 19 years old, won a medal at the IMMAF, and now she's debuting inside Live.
Hi, my name is Regina Kilvin Tarin. My motivation is my family, my mom. So I love my career, and I know that I will be champ one day.
In Combat Global, first-round submission victory over Fernanda Marufo in June 2024, making an immediate impact in her promotional debut first-round TKO against Gisela Luna at Combat Global, Mexico versus Japan, 2 in July 2024. Second-round TKO victory over Caitlin Neal at Combat Female, 2 in June 2025. See the pattern here? This girl is a finisher. Out of her 7 professional wins, 5 have come by stoppage. That's a 71% finish rate, and that's exactly the kind of violence that gets you noticed in this sport.
Una más y mantiene su récord invicto. Regina Tarin, una promesa mexicana.
La ganadora por nocaut técnico de sangre mexicana, Regina Tarin.
What's even more impressive is how she's finishing these fights. She's not one-dimensional. She's submitted opponents with her grappling, knocked them out with strikes, and even shown she can grind out decision wins when needed. That versatility is what separates good fighters from great fighters. Regina has proven she can beat you in multiple ways, and at just 21 years old, she's still developing and improving with every single fight. Now here's where things get interesting. According to reports circulating in the MMA community, Dana White has been stunned after looking into Regina Taryn's record. Sources close to the UFC president say that after reviewing her film and her finishing ability, Dana made a statement that sent shockwaves through the women's MMA world. He reportedly said that Regina Taryn would be dangerous for Dakota Ditcheva.
My time to wine, then you said nobody can stop me shining. Hurry and let me back in and with my then just let them know that you are.
Let that sink in for a moment. Dakota Ditcheva, the PFL champion, the $1 million tournament winner, the first British female MMA world champion, the woman with an 14-0 record who's been absolutely demolishing everyone in her path. Dana White says Regina Taryn is dangerous for her. That's not just high praise. That's Dana White essentially saying, I've seen something special here, and this matchup would be fire. And you know what? When you look at the styles, it makes sense. Dakota is known for her devastating body shots and striking, but Regina has shown incredible grappling skills with multiple submission victories and striking power with her TKO wins. She's well-rounded, she's young, she's hungry, and she's got that Mexican warrior spirit.
The planet right now, fantastic strikers, veterans, future legends of the game here.
For sure.
Santos
is in big trouble. She's in big trouble. Dakota Ditchable to the body again for a championship.
But wait, it gets even better, because Regina Taryn isn't just sitting back and letting others talk about her. Oh no, she's dropped a massive bombshell that has the entire MMA world buzzing. Regina Taryn has gone public with a direct message to Dana White and the UFC brass. She posted on social media, making her intentions crystal clear. My record is 7-0 and I'm undefeated. Please give me a chance to fight in the UFC.
Dana White, I'm 7-0, I'm undefeated. So please, call me, I'm ready. I'm ready to UFC. So call me, please.
This wasn't just a casual post, this was a statement. She's putting the UFC on notice that she's ready for the biggest stage in MMA. And honestly, can you blame her? She's been finishing fighters left and right in every promotion she's competed in. She's captured championship gold. She's proven herself time and time again. But she didn't stop there. In what might be the boldest move of 2025 so far, Regina also sent a message on Twitter directed at some of the biggest names in combat sports, Tom Aspinall and John Jones, essentially saying that she's coming for glory just like they are, and she wants her shot at the big stage. That takes guts. Most fighters would play it safe, work their way up slowly, but not Regina. She's announcing to the world that she belongs in the conversation with champions. Now, some people might say that's cocky. Some might say she needs more experience. But you know what I say? That's the kind of confidence you need to make it in this sport. She's not waiting for opportunities, she's demanding them. And with a perfect 7-0 record where she's finished 5 opponents, she's earned the right to call her shot. Remember, she was scheduled to appear on Dana White's Contender Series in September 2025, but had to withdraw due to injury. That would have been her chance to fight her way into the UFC. Now she's saying, don't make me wait, I'm ready now.
Oh, ahora sí, y está bastante profunda ese estrangulamiento.
Puede ser el fin, está tapeando ya no más. ¡Qué manera de hacerlo, Richard!
De manera por parte de Regina Taryn. Consigue esa...
Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, Dakota Ditcheva. Dakota is currently riding high as the PFL Women's Flyweight Champion. She won the $1 million tournament at PFL 10 by finishing Taila Santos, becoming the first person ever to finish Santos, and the youngest champion in PFL history at just 26 years old. Her record? A perfect 14-0 with 11 finishes. She's a former Muay Thai world champion who's transferred those devastating striking skills into MMA with brutal efficiency. Her signature? Body shot knockouts that have become her calling card.
Oh, very difficult to put away.
Oh!
And a power strikes. And that'll do it! Dakota Ditchable with the 3rd round finish.
What a finish, beautiful work. Hard shot to the body, she's still hurt. Still can't breathe.
Whatever happens, one thing is clear. Regina Taryn is not going away. She's 7 and oh, she's finishing fights, and she's got the attention of Dana White. That's a recipe for stardom in this sport. All right, fight fans, that's the story. Regina Taran, 7-0, undefeated, calling her shots, and being labeled as dangerous for one of the most dominant fighters in women's MMA today. Brazilian contender Taila Santos sent a massive bombshell message to Dakota Ditcheva that shocked the MMA world. She boldly declared, "I quickly noticed she is not a complete athlete. I call her Barbie because she seems more interested in fixing her appearance than fighting."
E eu já vi, tipo, ela não é uma atleta completa, Barbiezinha, porque ela quer mais se arrumar do que lutar, né?
The disrespect didn't stop there. Santos continued her verbal assault, trying to get under Dakota's skin with insults aimed at everything from her fighting style to her looks. But Dakota Ditcheva wasn't about to let that slide. Her response was ice cold and direct. "I'm excited for this fight against Taila Santos. She likes to talk and, you know, not put any respect on my name. I'll just do the same as I've done the whole tournament and clear another one in the first round."
I'm excited for this fight against Taila Santos. She likes to talk and, you know, not put any respect on my name. I'll just do the same as I've done the whole tournament and clear another one in the first round.
Dakota then took to Twitter with a message that sent shockwaves through the combat sports community, making it crystal clear that all the trash talk in the world wouldn't save Santos from what was coming. Dakota Ditcheva silenced her biggest critic in the most brutal way possible. This is a story about respect, redemption, and why you should never underestimate a fighter just because they look good outside the cage. The Barbie comment hit social media like a bomb. Taila Santos, known for her aggressive fighting style and even more aggressive mouth, went all in on criticizing Dakota's image. In multiple interviews leading up to their potential matchup, Santos painted Dakota as someone more concerned with Instagram photo shoots than actual fighting. She posts more makeup tutorials than training videos, Santos said in one interview, laughing as she dismissed Dakota's undefeated record. "I see through it. She's not a real fighter. She's a pretty face who got lucky."
De felicidade, de trabalho realizado, concretização de sonho.
The Brazilian strategy was clear. Make this personal, get in Dakota's head, and try to break her confidence before they ever stepped into the cage. Santos doubled down on her comments during press events, often showing up in full glam herself while mocking Dakota for doing the same. What Santos failed to realize was that Dakota Ditcheva comes from a family of champions. Her mother is a world champion in kickboxing, and combat sports run through her veins. Born in Manchester, England, Dakota had been training since childhood, developing a striking game that combined technical precision with devastating power. The Barbie nickname that was meant to belittle her, Dakota embraced it, proving that you can be beautiful and brutal. Days before their scheduled fight, the official pre-fight press conference became a theater of psychological warfare. Taila Santos arrived looking like she was ready for a red carpet event rather than a fight promotion. Bright red lipstick, designer sunglasses, and an attitude that screamed overconfidence. While Dakota maintained her composure, sitting calmly and answering questions with focus and professionalism, Santos played to the cameras. She blew kisses, threw subtle jabs, and made sure everyone knew she believed this would be an easy night.
The planet right now, fantastic strikers, veterans, future legends of the game here.
For sure.
Santos
is in big trouble. She's in big trouble. Dakota Ditcheva to the body again for a championship.
Dakota's response was minimal but powerful. She simply stared Santos down, refusing to engage in the circus. Her silence spoke volumes. This wasn't about who could talk the loudest. It was about who could fight the best. The weigh-in was equally dramatic. Santos once again came dressed to impress, making a show of applying fresh lipstick before stepping on the scale. The message was clear. She wanted to prove she could be glamorous and dangerous, all while suggesting Dakota was just the former.
Fighting on the feints.
That was a nice right hand. Holy cow.
Goes a frame with the hand. Santos is trying to get that body lock. She's got double underhooks, but can she keep a hold of it? Dakota trying to use that knee to get some space between the hips. As soon as Santos closes those hips down, the outside reaps start, and she's excellent with that technique.
This is a very important moment for Tyler Santos because that right hand hurt her. She was blinking.
But as the cameras flashed and Santos posed, Dakota stood in the background with steely determination. No theatrics, no games, just a fighter ready to prove